Alright, well, I'm continuing on with a little bit more brush burning here this afternoon. I'm gonna attempt to just kind of get this upper side of this whole pile here burning. Try to keep it in a smaller area that's getting kind of killed off by having a fire going here. Just get this part going, and then I'll start slowly moving some of this stuff up as this part burns down. And then I don't know how much we're actually going to get done today, but there's another pile up there, and that's close enough that I'll probably just grab scoops of that or brush grapple-fulls of that and bring it down and burn it on here. Again, that way we just get one burned area in this general vicinity. And again, like I said, I don't know how much we're going to get done, but behind, well, not that one, but behind this autumn olive here, there's a bunch more over there that got pulled out when we were clearing out for some fence. So that could probably also get brought over here and burned on this pile as well. It's close enough, but I kind of doubt we're going to get that much done today. All right, well, this is actually going pretty well. I just had a very interesting little experience here. So inside the door here, right in there, there's a little sensor that tells the computer in the skid steer when the door's open or when it's shut. And the reason for that is because the door on the skid steer swings out. So basically they're trying to prevent you from raising your arms with the door open. So it locks out your hydraulics. Now, as it turns out, that sensor is on a little thing where it can pivot a little bit and adjust. Why they do that, I'm really not sure. It doesn't make any sense, but it does. And apparently that had moved just enough, probably from, you know, shutting that door a couple thousand times. And so the computer was thinking that the door was open when really it was just that the sensor had moved a little bit. So I was stuck with my arms about halfway up and the grapple facing down, and I wasn't able to move it, but fortunately I was able to pop off the cover, get the screw off from there with my pocket knife, and adjust that sensor in a little bit so that it thought that the door was shut, which it was, and then I was able to get my arms back down. But anywho, now that that's sorted, I think we'll start working on grabbing some of this stuff and bringing it down. Alright, so since this is going pretty well so far, moved down here to the bottom of the hill, and I'm going to see if I can't haul some of this junk right over here over onto the pile and work on getting some of that burnt up too. Alright, so today's burn pile is this, and as you might assume, I'm not actually burning it right here. I end up taking out a whole bunch of trees with that. I don't think I'd actually catch the forest on fire because it's pretty wet out here right now, but I definitely don't want to end up scorching all these trees. So I've got a spot about 100 yards that away where I've done some burning before. I did some there last year sometime, I think. So we're just gonna grab this stuff one scoop at a time and take it on down there. And I think there's another smaller pile a little bit further down this road. We're up at the top of the middle woods to give you some sort of reference as to where we're at. Alright, well that's what I've got down here so far. I'm going to go ahead and light it up and get that burning down so I don't get a just massive pile of stuff here. That's maybe, I don't know, half of what we got up there from the one pile. I'm trying to keep it, you can kind of see some little ends of burnt stuff over here. I'm trying to keep it more of that direction because I just noticed for the first time this year, this, I think it's that right there, that whole patch of stuff in there are all wild elderberries. So I kind of want to try keeping the burn pile a little bit away from that. I'd be interested to see if I can't get something from those later on this year. So I'm trying to not scorch too many of those and get it this direction a little bit further from that. I'm fairly certain that's some of the twine that was holding the loops of, what was it, the pipe? Or it might have been the shielding pipe, the corrugated stuff, I forget, but that's been laying out here for about, what, 2 years now? Stuff is definitely a little on the wet side, that's for sure. I'd say the stuff on the other side's just a little bit drier. All right, well, I just got kind of the rest of that stuff shoved together there, and that's getting pretty well burnt down compared to what all was there to start with. I got all of the stuff out of the woods, that big pile, and then there was just a real small pile up in there further. And then, as I think you could see, I started doing some work down here, clearing out some cedars out of this area right around in here. And it's not a huge area that I got done, but it's that much more that's cleared out. There's still some little autumn olives around in through here that kind of got trampled, is that a word? It's a word. Trampled down, something. And we'll just leave those, and whatever pops back up I'll rip out later. But the main thing that's around in this area, like you can see, is just all these cedars. And there is some grass that was growing in around those, so I'm hoping that with as little autumn olive and brambles and having some grass in there, I'm hoping this should come back pretty quickly. Alrighty folks, well, that is going to be it for today's video. I think for Saturday's video we should be maybe back into the high tunnel, doing a little bit of stuff in there. So we'll get a break from this brush clearing, but we'll definitely be back to doing some more of these brush clearing videos, because there's a lot more of that needs to be done around here. So don't be thinking this is going to be the last you're going to be seeing of brush piles getting burned up just because we're doing something else for a change. But that is going to be it for today. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you next time.